Hello and welcome to TSK F1. It's time, it's qualifying, and I am hyped. I am so excited for this. So excited for this. Like, on a very real level. I'm not trying to falsely build this up or anything like that, but I have literally pretty much been sat here for the last 2 hours just like, I want qualifying to start. I want qualifying to start. I want qualifying to start now. Where's my qualifying? I need the qualifying. And I need qualifying now. And I haven't been this way about Formula One in a very long time. But I can't be the only one. I really cannot be the only one that is like sort of freaking out a little bit about today's qualifying. It's the first time in years, really, in years, where it's felt like this to me. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I'm repping the Aston Martin. I'm repping the Aston Martin today because it's just, you know what? Let's see. Let's just see if it can happen. Now, I want your predictions in chat. I want your top three. I want your top three for qualifying. Please share it. I don't know. I can't call it. Normally, I have quite a take on what's going to happen in qualifying and the race, and I'm gonna be totally open and admit I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know what's going to happen. Assi says Alonso, Verstappen, Hamilton. Dan says Verstappen, Alonso, Hamilton. Verstappen, Alonso, Hamilton. Wow, okay. That's surprising me. Normally it's quite easy, but I don't know. No, I've got no clue. Like, another question. There's so many questions right now. There are so many questions right now. Is the pace of the Aston Martin on low fuel? Are Red Bull holding back a touch? As in, have they not gone? Have they had extra fuel in? Have Ferrari held back some of their pace in doing high fuel runs because apparently they've been running heavy? Outside of this, it was reported in Free Practice 3 that Alfa Romeo were running particularly heavy and looking really good on GPS data. There's just so many unknowns right now. I really can't call it. No, Daniel, because only idiots say sandbagging. We know that now. But I can't call it. I can't call it. I can't call this at all. And People are really putting Hamilton up there. People are really putting Hamilton up there. Now, from Free Practice 3, the top 5 were Alonso, Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, and Leclerc. I don't know. Ferrari, specifically Sainz, seems to have been struggling all weekend. So I don't think it'll be Sainz up in the top 3. I can't look past... I think, look, I'm going to believe. I'm going to be an Alonso fan, and I'm going to say Alonso... I'm going to say what we see from FP3. Alonso, Verstappen, Perez is my pick for the top 3 in qualifying. But yeah, I'd love Verstappen, Alonso, Hamilton. People putting a Hamilton there into the top 3. Leclerc with an outside chance, maybe. Oh, who knows? Who knows? But I can't help it. If I'm not going to support and believe in Fernando now, when will I ever? And I'm not even going to hide my bias in this stream. And maybe tomorrow. But I am full of just, let's get on with it. Let's do this. Let's do the qualifying. I just want the qualifying. I want to get it underway. I hope Alonso or Verstappen don't get pole. Who would you like to get pole, Sam? Interesting comment. Verstappen, Checo, Alonso, Fernando. Imagine if Fernando does it. Imagine. Hamilton for Sam. So, just to be clear, Sam thinks that we could have Perez, Leclerc, Russell, Stroll, Sainz, Piastri, Gasly, Ocon, Zhou Guanyu, Norris, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, Bottas, Sargent, Albon, or De Vries, or indeed Hamilton on pole, but he really specifically doesn't want Verstappen or Alonso on pole. That is the oddest stance I've ever seen, but there we go. Perpetual Richard, Max Supermax wants him on pole. Mercs look better in FP3. I have to agree there, Chris. They did look better. If Alonso gets pole, you'll be partying. I will smash my house up. I will smash my house up if Alonso gets pole. I will go mental if Alonso gets pole. I'm not even going to lie. I think this is how things change, isn't it? When you're a fan of someone or a team or whatever the sport, if Sam's decided he doesn't like Alonso now. He's never mentioned Alonso ever before, but he's decided he doesn't like Alonso anymore. It's funny what things do to people, but there you go. Can you have an IRL stream smashing it up? Even if Alonso gets pole, I don't think he can win the race. I think you're wrong, Perpetual. I never liked Alonso until today when he was beating Hamilton. Mercedes is good as Ferrari and Red Bull are same as Aston is how I see it. Well, we'll have to see, won't we? We'll have to see. I don't think Stroll's going to be up there. The thing is, the race pace was really good from Aston Martin, Richard. So we'll have to see on that one. And all the reports are still that Ferrari are rubbish on long runs, right? So we'll have to... Are they still? Red Bull, Merc, Aston, then Ferrari. What's that? In performance terms, do you think, Daniel? I honestly think Mercedes... at the minute, hand on heart, think it's Red Bull, Aston, Mercedes, Ferrari. But we're going to see in the next, hour and a quarter, or, hour and a half, we're going to see, aren't we? Joey thinks Max will take pole. My head says Max, my heart's saying Fernando. I don't think Alonso can win even if he gets pole. Yep, you've said that twice. Cool. And what else have we got going on in chat? It would be good for Alonso. It would be. Yeah, I might just do an IRL stream of me smashing my house up if he does get pole. Please do hit the like on the stream and also subscribe to the channel, guys. Really, really appreciate that. We've got about 23 minutes until qualifying gets underway. Really cannot wait for this. I really cannot wait for this. I can't be the only one. I'm absolutely freaking out here about it happening. I've never liked any of them since they've become F1 drivers. Russ. Sainz radioed in Free Practice 3 that his seat cracked as it used to last year. This shows bouncing has not been dealt with complete. I'm not sure that's what it shows, Utkarsh, to be honest, because you can see all of the cars bouncing over the bumps. So we have to differentiate. We can all see that Bahrain is probably in need of a resurfacing. There were multiple areas on the circuit. It is extremely bumpy. So we have to... it's not the same as last year, is it? Sitting at a cheerleading competition for my daughter watching Formula 1. Got to be done, Russ. Got to be done. In the car yesterday, I had F1 TV on, listening to FP2, freaking out. Thank you very, very much for the subscribe already, Richard. Really appreciate that. That's super nice of you. Please, everyone, remember to hit that like button, get involved in the chat. It helps tons because it shows YouTube that it should be sharing and putting my content in front of more and more people. But I need a little slurp of tea. Wow. So, do we think that Mercedes have a problem? Do we think that Ferrari will be any good on long runs tomorrow? What are your thoughts and feelings about the teams, guys? Let's say Red Bull. What do you think of Red Bull to start with? What do you think of Red Bull going into the season? Do you think they're going to be dominant? Do you think they're as quick as they were? Do you think they've lost a bit? What do you think about Red Bull? Come on, guys. Just listening to Mike Elliott, the aerodynamicist from Mercedes. One moment. Is Mercedes Mercedes saying that the new rear wing did exactly what they wanted, which is good for Mercedes fans because it shows correlation. And that they didn't get everything answered they wanted to during winter testing. And they've basically tried the practice sessions literally as testing sessions. So, but he says really he thinks Red Bull and Aston have been doing quick times, but really qualifying is the first time everyone's going to know where the different teams are. So it's it seems that the teams are still a little bit like they don't know. Thank you very much, Russ, for becoming a member of the fan club. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate that. That's magnificent of you. Thank you. Really appreciate that. You can become a member by tapping the join button just down below the stream. If you become a fan club member, then you get some emojis to use in chat and a little badge next to your name, but there are different levels. If you get the next level, you can have exclusive roles on Discord and exclusive posts on YouTube as well. And if you go to the VIP Paddock Club, you'll get weekly deep dive data videos where I'll look at a subject within Formula One and really go in depth into it. Exclusive content for those that are on the VIP Paddock Club level. So yeah, thank you very much for your support there, Russ. It means a lot. Thank you. There's been some rumours about Merc getting side pods on from Baku, which, I mean, that's oh yeah, slow sports news. Slow sports news over there in chat. Slow sports news. But there are. Look, it's not a rumour. It's not a rumour. And Baku is just a round that's being put out there. There is an upgrade coming to Mercedes, but again, I refuse to call it this nonsensical Sky Sports made up term of a Plan B. No, there weren't any headlines about Alpine's Plan B, but Alpine have a massive upgrade for this race. It's just Formula One. Every team will be updating and upgrading relentlessly because they need to stay competitive or try and be competitive, right? So it's just Formula One. Exciting, indeed. Fernando. So people didn't get involved in my question there. So I'll ask again, where do you think Red Bull are at going into the season? Do you think they're stronger, the same as, or weaker than last season? Do you think they're going to be dominant or not this season? What do you think about Red Bull or your chosen team? Maybe you're not all Mercedes and Red Bull fans. Maybe we've got a Haas fan in chat. Maybe we've got a Ferrari fan in chat. Who's your team and how do you think they're going to line up this season? Are you happy with the preseason and the practices that we've seen so far? Let me know. Merc aren't going to change their concept halfway through the season. They will be at the back of the grid if they totally change their car, and I'm in agreement with that. If I think now, if any team were to go, we need to follow the Red Bull sort of look here, they're already a year behind. You know. Oh wow, Russ. Thank you for upgrading your membership to Garage Access. I didn't even know that was a thing, but now you're going to get some exclusive content on YouTube, and you will also get roles on Discord if you link your Discord as well. So thank you very, very much for that. That's absolutely mega of you. Awesome. Thank you. I'm very happy. They will be stronger, but not that dominant as last year. Lewis, Notorious is in for Lewis. Where do you think he's going to place today? What do you think he's going to do? What position do you think he's going to get? What position do you think he's going to get? Sainz has looked disappointing for me. I've been a big supporter of Sainz, thinking that he would come good, but this weekend hasn't been good for Sainz. But who knows? He might surprise me in qualifying. He might do. 15 minutes to go, guys. 15 minutes to go. Ooh, who's excited? I can't be the only one that's excited about this. I'm freaking out. P4. So, okay. Lewis fans, because there's going to be some in chat. Where do you think Lewis is going to qualify? Did you see the rumours of Hamilton being linked with Ferrari, Rich? What a load of rubbish. We'll move on from that one. Pascal, I've forgotten what I asked. I genuinely thought Merc were way off the pace in FP3. FP3 has made you feel better. Yeah. And what about Max fans? Do you think he's going to get the pole? Do you think it's going to be easy? I still cannot decide whether Max and Red Bull have been running high fuel loads. I can't decide. Max will get pole for sure. Alonso maybe 3. If Ferrari sort out their strategy, they should do better than last year. Verstappen P1. Pole reserve for Alonso. Look, I'm going to be an Alonso fan. I am an Alonso fan, but I'm going to be an Alonso fan today, and I'm not going to hide it. This is what sport's about, though, right? This is what sport's about. Not a Max fan, but I think P1. Max P1, Alonso P2, Perez P3. That's probably what my head is saying, Pascal. My heart is saying Alonso, Verstappen, Perez. I think Max takes pole, but I think my heart is getting in the way, and I'm thinking Alonso's going to do it. I think I will say it would be fantastic for the sport if Alonso got the pole. And I will extend that to say it would be just as excellent if Oscar Piastri or Gasly or Magnussen got pole, because it's different, right? And that is always good for the sport. So what I mean to say is any other team than Mercedes, Ferrari or Red Bull getting the pole without any craziness like we saw in Brazil would be fantastic, just for the sport. Just for the sport. And I think everyone would agree that kind of stuff happening is fun. It's fun, isn't it? It's great. Because we're not sat here, none of us are sat here and going, Max. Like, even Max fans must be a bit like, that Aston's looking rapid. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't think anyone, hand on heart, can totally confidently just go, this driver will be on pole. Of that, I have zero doubt. Well, actually, there will be people like that, but I don't think it's that clear cut. I really don't. Perez has looked actually strong most of the weekend. About a tenth off Max in FP3. Lewis was knocking on the door there. A couple of tenths down. Oh, I just don't know. I really can't. I need it to start. I need it to start. I need it to start. I don't think anyone will learn out from me, John. No, I really struggling. Max or Alonso, one of they will take pole. Yeah. It is like that. Pick the 5 drivers out in Q1. I think I will go for both Mercedes, both AlphaTauri. And both AlphaTauri, both Williams. Doesn't matter if Fernando on pole. I think Max will take a race win. It is. It does matter. It does matter, Joey. I guess you'll never ever watch or be interested in a qualifying session ever again, Joey. If it doesn't matter, then don't watch anymore. It doesn't matter, does it? I think, did I say both Mercs? Yeah. I meant. So Williams. Both. I was looking at the timings and I've got tongue tied. Both Williams. Both Alpha Tauris. I don't know, you know. I'm going to say a McLaren. Both Williams, both Alpha Tauris, and a McLaren, I think. And yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to pick something different just because, you know. Just because. I think common sort of sense would say, oh, it's going to be a Haas that drops out in Q1. But I'm just going to go with a McLaren, you know? And I didn't even realise I said Merc. Sorry there. I didn't even realise I said that. I think it's because I was looking and it says Williams Mercedes, right? So, yes. I'd love to... That's a good question. Who do you guys think will be the bottom 5? How you doing, Liam? I'm buzzing for it as well. Pascal thinks Hulkenberg, Albon, Sargent, De Vries, and Tsunoda. Yeah, I think the Haas has still got something. Right? Starting time, please, in 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Why are there so many ads during the stream? Because this is a partnered YouTube channel. And ads happen. And ads help these channels survive, Marcella. I've literally got an alert on my stream to say, insert some ads because you've got lots of people watching and you'll make money. You'll notice I'm not clicking on that because I want you guys to enjoy the stream and hope that maybe people will send some super chats and become a member instead. Yeah, and you're watching for free. So, yeah, it's all good fun. Hulkenberg last for Mick's sake. Well, yeah. Alonso on pole. Look, I'm dreaming of Alonso pole, and I'm not even hiding it. Like I've said now about 45 times, I think my head is saying Max will take pole, but to go all sort of, was it Kevin Keegan? I would love it. I'd love it if Alonso took pole, because it's different, innit? You know, okay, we had Magnussen take a pole position. It was last year, wasn't it? Right? And it's all fun, and everyone goes, "Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, that's nice." No one minds that, do they? Because we knew it was a one-off, like it was a fluke. Look at them with a pole position. Bless them. We know they're gonna drop like a stone in the race. You know, we know that's happening. But then it's different if a car actually takes pole and the status quo is interrupted, and I'd love to see that. Nice, Gled. I've only got Alonso's and Stroll's open at the minute. I don't really need Stroll's open now. I really want to be a member, but I'm putting myself through law school. Don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about it. I hope you're doing well at law school. I hope Ocon does well. I like Ocon, and I think people underestimate. I think they underestimate Ocon a lot. I genuinely do. I think he's a great driver, but he just goes about his business, and he's never really had the car to show much more than sort of middling pace, you know. So, it's one of them, innit? It's one of them. Please do get involved in the chat, and don't forget, hit that like, guys. Every single like on the stream really, really helps. Just close the chat, and there should be a like button. Just hit that like button. That's why you're wearing an Aston shirt. Go Fernando. Actually, right now, yes. But I have a McLaren shirt, and I was wearing a Ferrari one under my F1 hoodie earlier. I just love Formula 1. I love Formula One, and that's my whole thing. I love Formula One, but I am an Alonso fan, and you know what? People who know me have known that years, but there hasn't really been a great deal to shout about as an Alonso fan for some time, really, apart from, you know, the odd result here and there. But yeah, I'm gonna get all into it and excited today because, again, it's what sport's about, isn't it? It's what sport's about. As I'm just starting up my broadcast here. Here we go. The music's on. You can't hear it, but I can. Da, 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 da. Oh, I'm excited, man. I've got it full blast in my ears. Why is this saying replay? I don't know why it's saying replay. Oh, it's gone away. Thank you. Da, da, da. Some of these poses are hilarious that they've got them doing. Here we go. We are live. Qualifying is go. It is time. Thank you very much for the super chat. Cheers to a great season, TSK. 2K subs by summer break. Oh, I hope it's far more than that, Russ. I hope it's far, far more than that, dude. We're going for it big time, Russ, at TSK. Thank you very much for becoming a member and for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Oh, let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Thank you very, very much. Without support like that, it'd be difficult to keep these streams going as much as I do, so I'm very grateful. Thank you. Aw, mate. There we go. The timing is up. So the track temperature is just 29 degrees now, down from 41 earlier. Here we go. I can't call it. I can't speak. Right, I don't need tire data, but I am bringing up segment data. I'm going to have ultra detailed segment data. It looks like there's 10 segments per sector, and I've got it up on my screen, so I'm going to be so locked into everyone's laps here. Can't wait. Can you tell I'm freaking out a little bit? I haven't been this excited by F1 in a long time. Let's make Alonso's on board that little bit bigger. There we go. I don't think so. Gerard. I did think this earlier. Like, what is Vettel thinking now? But I think Vettel, more than most, would have known what was happening behind the scenes. No, Shiv, no. How you doing, Roger? Please do make sure you're hitting that like on the stream. Get involved in the chat. Who do you think is going to take pole? Look, I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to be sensible, Rich. I'm not going to be, oh, look at me with the take that's correct, Rich. I'm going to say Alonso pole. Done. I'm saying it. I'm believing it. I'm sending Alonso all my energy. Come on, boy. It's probably going to be Max, but in my head, I'm going to believe. I've even moved my keyboard and everything out the way so I can just lock into everything. Everything's up. All my data's up. I'm all ready to go. So Sam Collins thinks Alpine are going to be the one dropping out in Q1. Okay. Who do you think's dropping out in Q1? Come on, get your vote, get your chats in. Who do you think's going to drop out in Q1? And here we go. Here we go. Alpha Tower is, and it's green. Members can put the green emoji into chat. Qualifying is a go. 2023, let's go. We've got both. Alpha Tower is out of the pits. Alpha Tauri think they're in a bother here. I'm going to bring up the 2022 results. If I can find them. I wonder if they're going to do, I wonder if they're going to do a little bit of slipstreaming here. Just trying to bring up the qualifying results. Screw it. Don't matter. I think it was 28s. I think it was 28s last 2021. So thank you very much for the £19.99 super chat from DGM. Cheers, Dan. TSK F1, the only place to be for all things F1. Thank you very much, dude. Yes, A firm on the mediums for the Ferraris. Maybe the Ferraris are thinking that they don't have to burn a set of soft tyres in Q1. They probably think they can make it through. So we're expecting really, really quick times. Now, what is the quickest time we've had so far? Like a 30.3 throughout testing and this weekend? A 30.3? Am I right? Or can someone correct me? Okay, Sonoda and De Vries are on their laps. It doesn't look like they're slipstreaming. It should do, Roger. It should do, because it's cooler now. The soft should last. Okay. They're both in the 29.5s, which is respectable. Yeah, it was 28s. Yeah, I remember. Oh. Oh. Leclerc abandoning his lap. There's something fallen off. Something's fallen off Leclerc's car. What's getting a replay now? Yep. Something flies off the back of Leclerc's car. Something fell off Leclerc's car. Going over the bumps. And then he locked up. Interesting. I think it's a bit of the front edge of the floor has come off Leclerc's car, and that will affect downforce and stuff. It really will. And it's not something they'll be able to fix, like right now. As we see Sainz 0.2 off Sonoda on his mediums. Truthfully, I don't think that's quick enough for Sainz. I don't think that's quick enough. I feel like he needed to be comfortably ahead of the Alpha Tauris myself. Yeah, another part came off of Leclerc's car, definitely. It's coming off. a big chunk came off the underside of the nose cone, and it's what conditions air to the... Oh, red flag, red flag. Red flag for the part of carbon, probably. Debris on the track. I'm not seeing anyone stopped on the driver tracker. That has ruined Verstappen, Perez, Piastri, and Norris. They were all out on brand new soft tyres. Verstappen, Perez, Piastri, Norris were all out on brand new tyres. Now, it won't have ruined them. I did just say ruined, but those tyres are past their sell-by date, you know. That is quite an insane red flag. I'm not going to lie. That is a soft red flag, in my opinion. That is a very soft red flag. So it's worth it's worth a little comment on that, Gerard. Ferrari nose still held together poorly. What I think this is a symptom of, I haven't read anything on this. I feel like it's to do with all of the teams are doing everything they possibly can to save weight. And obviously we've seen cars even stripping them of paint, right? So I think this is cars and manufacturers trying to put even less carbon weave and really put as little carbon onto the car as they can to save weight, to get down to that sort of minimum weight, because weight is king in Formula One, isn't it? You know, the lighter the car, the more the performance and stuff. So I think that's the thing. It's a very small piece and red flag was out. Yeah, it's a bit much. It's a bit much for me, that. It is a bit much for me. I don't think I had a red flag for the members, did I? I still think that was over the top, honestly. A red flag from that. We did see earlier, actually, it's worth noting as well, in practice 3, we did see... what was I going to say? The heat-cycled or scrubbed tyres performed really well still, and some cars went faster. So I don't think it's the end of the world there for the 2 Red Bulls and the 2 McLarens. But, you know, how long for a piece of carbon? Well, this is the thing. Actually, I mean, the thing about it is... Oh, we're on board with Carlos Sainz. Oh! That was a big bang on the outside of turn 7. I think he hit that curb hard going through turn 8, exit of turn 8. Bloody hell. Ooh. The problem is... Nick Debris. Oh my god. During testing, McLaren had to abandon their lighter front end setup. It was melting their brake pads. Yep. I think kick came from the front of the underbelly. Yeah, it did. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. I completely agree with that. So I think both Aston Martins are going out almost immediately because the onboard for Alonso is just switched on. So we just saw on board with Lance Stroll as well, but unless that's why, maybe it switched on both when F1 want to go and look at them. Is the RF still on? I don't know what that means. It's going to start in 3 minutes. Start again in 3 minutes, guys. Ferrari lost the wing bit on around the wheel. Right. So is it like the brake duct area? Yeah. I see. Yeah. I'm seeing it now. Paris. A minute and a half until it restarts, guys. A minute and a half until it restarts. It's good to see Ferrari are fixing the front right wheel brow and brake duct with some tape. They are quite literally using some tape to fix it. So that's good to see. People are go-karting. Ferrari really are taping stuff back on, yeah. You think my stream is way behind? Well, I'm watching it live. That's all I can say. I'm watching it live online, but so we've got the Williams. Both there's the Williams, both Alfa Romeos, both Haas at the end of the pit lane. Wow. And both Aston Martins and one of the Red Bulls, I think. My internet's doing internet things as well. Russell running which rear wing? He's running the testing one. No, he's running the initial one. Soft tyres now on the Ferraris as well, which is worth noting. So we've got everyone's out. Everyone's out now. Basically, everyone. Gasly isn't and Sargent isn't. Here we go then. Sophomore slump. I just think the first season flattered him. Here we go then. We're going to be starting with Albon, Zhou, Bottas, Magnussen, and Stroll on their fast lap. So Albon over the line first. Right then. Waiting on people to cross the line. There's absolutely loads of traffic here. Absolutely horrific here. Albon with the purple and greens coming through. Bottas with the purple first sector, and that's actually quick as well. Stroll with the purple first sector. Bottas only 2/100ths of a second slower than Stroll through the first sector there. Just watching the timing screens here. Max Verstappen goes about a tenth and a half faster than Stroll through the first sector. Zhou sets a purple second sector. Alonso about a tenth behind Verstappen in sector 1 there. And Albon goes provisional pole with a 32.0, which will be beaten shortly by Zhou, going just over a tenth faster than him. Bottas up into second place, and we should be seeing Stroll over the line shortly. Magnussen goes up into third place. Purple middle sector there for Alonso as Stroll goes first with a 31.6. Purple second sector, faster than Verstappen. Alonso and Verstappen are extremely close. Extremely close. I've got Alonso just ahead of Verstappen on this lap as Verstappen goes provisional pole by 3/10 over Stroll. But I think Alonso in the second sector was just ahead, as indeed Alonso goes first by just over a tenth. But Carlos Sainz has set a purple first sector here. This is insane, as Tsunoda chucks it straight into fourth, which is great to see for Tsunoda there. De Vries up into ninth. Watching that second sector time for Sainz as he comes over there. He's got a green second sector. He's lost 2/10. So at the moment, I would say Leclerc goes up onto provisional pole by about a tenth, half a tenth there. Russell chucks it into provisional pole there by half a tenth. Hamilton only fifth, half a second down. I don't know if he had traffic there. But Sainz there chucking it onto provisional pole as well. So now Verstappen 3/10 down. Alonso nearly 2/10 down. Leclerc a tenth down as Perez goes into sixth place. There we go. How long's left in the session? We've got 8 minutes left. I think we're going to see him out again. I think we're going to see quite a few people out here because the track evolution seems insane here. It seems insane here as Ocon is in 8th. So looking at this, everyone's done the quick time. So after the first runs, we've got Sainz, Russell, Leclerc, Alonso, Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, Ocon, Tsunoda, Zhou, Bottas, Magnussen, Albon, De Vries, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Norris, Piastri, Sargent and Stroll right at the back there without... I think Lance Stroll's time has been deleted. So there we go. I think we're going to see a huge majority of those cars going. Again, my stream's cutting. It's my stream cutting. There's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do. McLaren. This is worrying for McLaren, isn't it? This is worrying for McLaren. This is worrying for McLaren. Red Bull 5th and 6th. Red Bull 5th and 6th. Oh. Right then. I just changed something to see if it would improve things, so we'll see. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and say there are so many drivers in trouble here. I feel like 8th and down is in trouble. I think 8th and down are in trouble. I mean, That is a top 3 nobody called. Nobody called, and I asked a lot of you. Nobody called that. We are going to see, I think, most of the grid go out again. I think the track evolution is unbelievable. But we're already into the 30s. It's going to get a lot quicker. This is so close. Hülkenberg. McLaren don't look good, do they? Not at all. Oh, this is painful. They kind of have been, Rob. Magnussen and Albon are out of the pits. Four, five, six, a lot of people got right. What? So Stroll's out as well. Zhou, Bottas, Magnussen, De Vries, Gasly, Norris, Piastri, Stroll, Alonso. Alonso's out on scrubs. Interesting. Alonso's out on scrubbed tyres. I think this page is... Yeah, interesting. Russell, scrub tyres. Leclerc, scrub tyres. Alonso, scrub tyres. Hamilton, scrub tyres. Everyone else is on brand news, and the only person not coming out is Sainz. So we've got a lot going on here. We've got a lot going on here. A hell of a lot going on here. I'm going to try and keep up with this, guys. I'll do my very best for you to give you... is anyone just watching this and not the footage? So currently, in danger, we have Hülkenberg, Norris, Piastri, Sargent and Stroll. They are the ones dropping out. But honestly, a huge majority of this grid are in danger of dropping out. If someone messes up their flying lap on this run, if you get an Ocon, a Hamilton, a Perez, a Verstappen, they're going to be close. But I think from Hamilton... I think from Perez upwards are safe, honestly, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. The screen seems out. What screen? What screen? There we go then. Tsunoda and Albon are improving. Stroll with a green sector as well. So all three, well, Stroll has to improve. Magnussen without an improving first sector. De Vries not improving. But indeed, Tsunoda has improved. And Zhou is on an improved time as well. Bottas on an improved time. Albon, again, second sector is improving. Norris on a personal best as well, but honestly, compared to the others, one of the slowest first sectors we've seen. In fact, the slowest first sector we have seen apart from De Vries. So he might knock De Vries out of the way. Maybe. Ocon goes his personal best first sector as well. Personal best for Stroll, as Albon chucks it up to 6th place. 6th place. That shows you the track evolution. As Alonso does a personal best first sector as well. Tsunoda personal best up to 6th place. Zhou personal best second. Magnussen personal best second. Stroll on his way to the end of the lap as Lance Stroll sets a purple final sector as he jumps up to 5th behind his teammate Fernando Alonso. Magnussen jumps up to 12th place. And that is the checkered flag. So no one can start a lap there as De Vries is in 15th place and in danger as Zhou jumps up to 11th place behind Hamilton. Everyone's setting personal best laps nearly. Bottas up to 10th in danger. We Norris jumps up to 13th place with a personal best lap time. Magnussen in danger. Gasly moves up to only 15th place. Sargent, Piastri, Hulkenberg, De Vries, Magnussen in danger. Ocon moves up to 11th place. De Vries is down to 17th place. Hulkenberg and Piastri could improve here, as could Sargent. Piastri doesn't do enough. 17th place. 17th place for Piastri and out of qualifying. Gasly out of qualifying. Oh, wow. Sargent is on a quick lap. Is it going to be enough? Where is Sargent? Oh, 16th place there for Sargent. The drivers we lose. Sargent, Gasly, Magnussen, Piastri and De Vries. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. And honestly, Hamilton only just made it through. Norris only just made it. Norris equal times. No? They're on equal times. That's gone. They're on the same time. Norris and Sargent exactly the same time, down to the 1,000th. Mate, this grid is so close. From 1st to 18th, less than a second. Yes, because he set the time first, he is through. That is unbelievable. Unbelievably close. 1.1 seconds front to back. I said this in my testing roundup. God. I said this in my testing roundup that what we were going to see was the grid do that. Telling you. I told you. Unbelievable. 1.1 second first to 20th. Madness. So we've lost Sargent, Gasly. Oh, Gasly. Gasly. I'm not seeing it officially. I'm not seeing it on. There we go. Gasly deleted. Gasly's time, I think, just got deleted, so he's last. Wow, Gasly last? Gasly's is just... I'm waiting for it to be officially shown on the timing. But Gasly has qualified last currently. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, I'm not seeing anything about Albon here, guys. I expect it to say Tsunoda is 7/10 faster than De Vries. So did I, Pascal. My fantasy team win dream is over already. Madness. I'm not saying Albon's been deleted. So I think this time stands, guys. I saw a lot in chat. Fair play. I'll be honest, I was looking at the timing screen. Look, if we couldn't call qualifying before the session, you're a better person than me if you can say with any confidence any of them are getting pole. Genuinely, this is unbelievably close. Unbelievably close. I've never seen that. I'm almost certain I have never seen that. Ever. The entire Formula One grid in qualifying, 1.1 seconds. So F1 TV reporting it was literally millimeters that kept Albon in. It was literally just millimeters that kept him in. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. So, what we've never seen before, which is an interesting point, right, is, well, yes, confirmed, the Ferraris are fast in a... Well, they're just... This is mad. Why did I take Ferrari off? I was trying not to have favourites. Well, at the moment, my team's screwed as well. But we'll see. But yes, just to add, Magnussen, no. I'm not being funny. Hulkenberg got sick there. Magnussen out. That's not where I thought it would be. Piastri, what was the actual gap there? What was the actual gap there? It was only a few tenths, right? It wasn't mad. What happened to Hamilton? Nothing. It's just unbelievably close. Nothing happened. It is... honestly, in this session, every tenth will matter. Can we just take a moment, right, to think about this sport just for a moment? What we've just seen, like in seriousness, what we've just seen. You've got 10 different teams, okay? And okay, some of them buy bits and bobs from other teams, and that's how they work, like Haas and other bits, right? But essentially, every one of these cars is a prototype created in isolation away from all of the other teams until we see them on the grid. So nobody's seen them. They all have these regulations. And let's look at the Mercedes. Let's look at the Red Bull. Let's look at the Ferrari and how different visually they are to us and how wrong we say they are sometimes, maybe. The entire grid of completely bespoke cars were just within 1.1 seconds of each other. How insane is that? When you really think about it, that is absolutely crazy. Q2 has started, so members can show the green flags or green lights in chat now, because Q2 has started. But when you really think about the detail of Formula One, it is insane. And this is what I say. And I said it earlier in Free Practice 3. The car is so important within Formula One, you know, and then the driver is about those fine margins, you know, it really is. I don't even know what we're about to see. I don't know what we're about to see. Track evolution. McLaren have the slowest car. Yes, Daniel, that's how it works, mate. Yeah, and also a really important point as well. If you look at those qualifying times, there isn't an established rear team. I hope this carries on. You know, watching Formula One for years, I'm so used to seeing a team at the back. You see a team at the back, whether recently it's been Haas or Williams or back in the day Minardi. You see that so much, and it's not happened. Everyone's still in the pit. Hulkenberg has left the pit, as has Esteban Ocon. They are both on scrubbed softs. Stroll. Everyone is out on scrubbed softs for their first run. Gasly last in the Alpine, indeed, Jonathan. The pre-season, look, I feel bad because, you know, I know someone at Alpine and there was a lot of pre-season optimism and hope and they were sure they had something, but blooming heck. It's so close. Is there a limit to the amount of fuel in qualifying? They're all on scrubs. They're all on... Actually, Alonso is on fresh. So let me run down here for you guys. Sainz scrubbed, Russell new, Leclerc scrubs, Alonso new, Stroll scrubs, Hulkenberg scrubs, Verstappen new, Tsunoda scrubs, Perez new, Bottas scrubs, Ocon scrubs, Hamilton new, Zhou scrubs, Norris scrubs, Albon not out of the pits. He'll probably just do a glory run at the end. So there you go. That is the rundown for you guys. No, Gasly didn't make an error. To save tyres, because they've got limited sets of tyres. So here we go. Lance Stroll is the first to start his fast lap. I honestly think I feel like we're seeing the teams going for it right now. I think it's too close for them to play, I don't know, any kind of game now. Yeah, I already said that. Logan Sargent, good GGs. There we go. A 29.5 through the first sector there for Stroll. It is purple because it's the first one, but Ocon goes a tenth an hour faster, does Ocon. Hulkenberg goes faster than Stroll too, only just slower than Ocon. Zhou, 29.5, slowest of the runners so far. Bottas with a purple first sector. And Alonso absolutely smashes them by going 3/10 faster than anyone in the first sector. From what we've seen, Norris around the 29.4s. Stroll with a 39.7. Tsunoda with... it looks like Alonso's a lot faster. Russell has gone about half a tenth faster. Hamilton faster still. Hamilton a full tenth an hour faster than Russell. So about 2/10 faster. But they are on fresh tyres. As is Alonso, actually. And we see Stroll go first with a 32.3. That is on scrubbed tyres, though. He will definitely do another run. Ocon goes second there, just half a tenth behind on scrubbed tyres. We're seeing Alonso come through here. Hulkenberg with a 31.9 on scrubbed tyres. So 4/10 faster on scrubbed tyres. Zhou into second place with 3/10 down on scrubs. And Bottas on scrubs 2/10 down as well. No, I'm just talking so much. You get nasally, dude, doing it so much. Alonso on brand new tyres does a 31.0. I feel quite sure he's going to have to do another run. I think he's going to have to do another run. Verstappen does a purple first sector, about 2/10 up on what Alonso did. There's Russell. Is about... Okay, so we've got Hamilton going provisional pole. And... Verstappen's about 2/10 up on Hamilton at this point. I think the teams have decided it's time to push now. It's time to push. I think Verstappen is giving it some beans this time. 4/10 up on Hamilton there. And Perez goes second. There we go. The return of the Red Bulls. The return of the Red Bulls. Here we go. This is Q2. So these was These were scrubs. Well, that is the first time we've seen all the cars go on brand new tyres, except the Ferraris. They're on scrubs. No, that was the Red Bulls on new. So the top 5 were on brand new tyres, as was Bottas down in 9th, but everyone else on scrubs as Albon goes out of the pits. Things hotting up in Bahrain. Love to see it. Please do make sure you smash in that like button. And if you're new to the stream, guys, please hit that subscribe down below. Thanks a lot for hanging out today with the first qualifying session of the season. I'm beyond hyped. Look, I think at the moment, this is really, really positive for Mercedes fans. Red Bull have just done what we kind of expected Red Bull to do, right? And we're seeing that gap open up, but I think we're going to see... faster... Well, we've got so many drivers that need to put new tyres on. So, let me have a look. Mick Schumacher reserve at Merck. Is that a backward step? Not in my opinion, no. So we'll wait to see what the teams do. As a Merck fan, this is more than what I asked. Well, it's not Q3, right? It's not Q3. So we'll just have to see. As an Alonso fan, if that's where Alonso ends up after Q3, I'll be super happy. Honestly. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, how is this going to change? What do we think, guys? What do you think? Do you think this is more representative? Do you think Ferrari are going to be in front of the Mercedes? What do you reckon? So they're pushing Stroll back to weigh his car. Right, so Albon's on a lap. Come on. I'd love to see Albon do a bit of something here. Albon, that first sector, it needs to be faster than that, to be fair. Well, we hope they can, Shiv. That's been my guess the entire time, that we'd end up in the 28s, but maybe it's going to be 29s. Oh, he's gone off. That's it. Is Albon. Yeah, he's run wide. That's it from Albon. Yeah. Yeah, he knows it, the boy. Unfortunate that for Albon. But, hey, look, I think off this, what's great to see, at least right now, I would say Williams have made a step, right? They've made a step. I feel like they've made a step. That just understeered tons, didn't it? Off a turn 4. I don't think it's going to happen, Pascal. I don't think it'll make a difference in the Williams. Okay. Alonso out. Alonso, Sainz, Leclerc all out on new tyres. Norris out on new tyres. Russell out on... Both Mercedes out on new tyres. Yeah, everyone's out on new tyres who have left the pits at this point. They might not get Stroll out in time. Here we go, guys. Here we go. So Ocon is coming over the line now. Currently in the drop spot, we've got Zhou, Stroll, Ocon, Tsunoda, and Albon. Albon's dust, isn't he? I think we're quite sure about that. Yeah, Stroll can steer properly. So Ocon goes up towards turn 4 now and the first sector line. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? We're just waiting for the first time. We've got Ocon, Hülkenberg, Zhou, Tsunoda, Bottas, Alonso, Norris. As Ocon breaks the time in line at 29.1. Not bad. Not bad. 29.0 there for Hülkenberg through the first sector. 29.0 for Zhou as well. So Ocon is slow. 29.5 for Tsunoda, massively off. But it is a personal best. 29.2 there for Bottas through the first sector. So Hülkenberg and Zhou improving quite dramatically. They're all on personal best. Alonso with a 29.0 there. And a 29.2 for Norris. Hulkenberg on pace with Alonso here on this lap. And Leclerc with a 28.8 purple first sector. 28.7 for Sainz through the first sector. The Red Bulls not bothering to make a second run. I don't think they need to. But that is a purple sector there for Sainz. And Russell does a 28.8 there. The Mercedes have found something there. And Ocon goes up to 4th place with a 30.9. Hülkenberg up to 3rd place with a 30.8. Madness. Madness, madness. Zhou up to 9th place now. Purple still there for Sainz in the first sector. Leclerc with a purple second sector. You're going to see the Ferraris go right up towards the front here. And Sainz has lost 3 tenths in the second sector there, so he's about 2 tenths down on Leclerc. As we see Alonso go second currently with a purple final sector. We're just waiting on the Ferraris coming round. Waiting on the Ferraris. Leclerc goes first there on the new softs. And we're waiting on Sainz, who ends up going 3rd there on the new softs. Who else have we got coming through? Stroll is still on a fast one. Hamilton is still on a fast one, but not purple. So Hamilton and Stroll should move. Hamilton goes up. Oh, sorry. Russell goes up to 3rd place. Hamilton's still moving. Hamilton up to 4th place, knocking Sainz down. And we're waiting for Stroll, who only goes up to 10th. And that is it. The drop zone. Norris, Bottas, Zhou, Tsunoda, and Albon. There we go. There we go. There we go. Look. I still can't call this. I still can't call this. This is incredible. This, I think what we need to do, right? I didn't make you get rid of anyone. Right? Right? I think the important thing here, right? I think the important thing here that since doing these watch-alongs, I've seen a lot is people going, what was wrong with Ferrari? What was wrong with Mercedes? What was wrong with X, Y, and Z? This is so close. The margins are tiny. I'm not sure I've seen it like this in Formula One. Honestly, now it's only Q2. It's only Q2. This is the thing. I don't know what's going to happen. I truly don't know what's going to happen. The top 5 within 2 tenths of a second is insane. This is crazy, right? And look, I'm going to just say it. tomorrow, these cars are made to follow closer than ever before. If they are this close in qualifying, we could be in for such a Grand Prix tomorrow. We really, truly are. I didn't pressure you into anything. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe down below, guys. It really, really helps. Small channel just trying to grow. I think, I don't know, I'm trying, I am enthused by this. I absolutely love Formula One. If you're enjoying it, hit the subscribe down below. I'll be watch-alonging with every single session that I possibly can. Hit the like button on the stream, and I put out content all the time, Monday to Friday, 9 AM. I also do a half-hour news show for your latest in F1 news every Monday to Friday. Whew, this is crazy. I don't even know, guys. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say here. I don't think that's the case. I truly don't think that Merc were. If you watched testing, if you watched testing, Merc were in trouble. You only had to watch testing. Like, Hamilton wasn't doing those things with that car for fun and to fool people. That Mercedes was, frankly, an absolute bag of bolts in testing. If you watched testing, you saw Hamilton driving it. It was horrific. Honestly, it was, and I don't think there was any of that. I think they truly, even yesterday, had no idea what was going on. If you saw the interview with Lewis Hamilton yesterday, he looked like he wanted to cry. But here we go. Haas to Q1. When was the last time, Q3, when was the last time that happened? Last season in Brazil when they got pole, probably. Honestly, so, on long run pace, what we've seen so far, right. For you guys who are Mercedes fans, the Mercedes are as fast as Red Bull and Ferrari. According to all the stuff, they are as fast. So, for Mercedes fans, that I know drag has been an issue, Mercedes are as fast in a straight line. Long run pace. Now, everything we've seen in testing, long run pace, Red Bull and Aston Martin are in a class of their own. Ferrari is struggling. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see, won't we? Right then, here we go. Here we go, guys. Please do hit the like on the stream. You may have to close down the chat to do so, but please do, because it shows YouTube people are enjoying this content. Get involved in the chat. I want to see everyone, there's 92 of you, tell me who you think your top 3 are. Your top 3 for this. What do you think? Let me know in chat. Top 3. Stick by it. We've got 2 minutes until the session starts. What do you think? Top 3. Come on. Top 3 now. Stick with it. Go with it. Try it. Look, I'm gonna believe. I'm sat here in an Aston top. I'm gonna believe. I'm gonna say Alonso, Max, Perez. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna just commit. I'm an Alonso fan, and I'm gonna believe. I'm gonna believe. I'm gonna believe. But I think. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. What we got? Max, Russell, Leclerc, Verstappen, Leclerc, Russell, Leclerc, Max, Hamilton, Max, Perez, Hamilton, Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Verstappen, Alonso, Perez is too close to say. Max, Hamilton, Alonso, Max, Leclerc, Alonso, Max, Alonso, Leclerc, Alonso, Max, Hamilton, Max, Alonso, Hamilton, Leclerc, Max, Russell, Max, Alonso, Hamilton, Verstappen, Alonso, Hamilton, Leclerc, Max, Russell, Leclerc, Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Russell, Verstappen, Leclerc, Max, Perez, Lewis, Max, Leclerc. Oh, guys, Pick three names out of a hat in the top 10. Yeah. Honestly, crazy. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if Alonso got pole? Oh, I don't know. I'm so hyped because look at how different all the guesses are. Look at how different all the guesses are. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know, guys. I don't know. Oh. So that's 2 t-shirts that we're going to have as merch if the channel keeps growing. No more sandbagging, and wouldn't it be great if... oh, mate. It's so good. It's so good. This is what you want. I hope you're enjoying the stream, guys. I really do. I really do. Hope you're enjoying it. And Q3 is a go. If you're a member of the channel, you can use your green light emoji in the chat. So please do. The session is a go. Here we go. Oh. They're having a curious look at the front right-hand side of the house. It looks like they're blowing hot air into it. I don't know, though. There we go. I am buzzing. I am absolutely buzzing here. L plan in effect. Look, genuinely, Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Russell, Hamilton, Sainz, or Alonso can take. For me, genuinely, and I mean this, genuinely, I mean this, I think any one of 7 of these drivers can take pole. I don't think Stroll, Hülkenberg, or Ocon can. But we'll see. Here we go. Cars out on track. Cars out on track. Everyone on new tyres. Stroll isn't on new tyres. Stroll is on some scrubs. Maybe because he had to do an extra run. But here we go. I don't even... I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. So we've got 5 of the 10 out on track now. Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Stroll. All but Stroll are on brand new tyres. Aston in the background. Is it? The performance are nearly identical. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I've missed Formula One so much. So much. I love it. I hope that comes across with this, because I actually love it. It's not just Formula One. I'm fully addicted to it as a sport. Oh, it looks like Paris is in the crowd there with a big Love Charles Leclerc sign. Here we go then. Here we go. As Max Verstappen, we might see something crazy here. Verstappen starts his fast lap with Perez following. Here we go. Up through turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Verstappen going along straight towards turn 4. What's he going to do? It's got to be a 28. You've got to be looking at a 28 for the first sector here for Verstappen. 28.7. That is unreal. A 28.7 is genuinely unreal. A 28.8 from Perez. That is a wicked fast first sector from Verstappen. A 28.7. It really, really is. Very, very quick. A 28.8 from Leclerc. Currently Leclerc, the second fastest. And another, a 28.7 from Sainz. Just 100 slower than Verstappen there, Sainz. So at the moment, it's Verstappen, Sainz, Leclerc. And then we've got Perez at the moment as we're following him through the first lap. And then we've got a purple sector 2 there from Verstappen. Perez still a 10th off in the second sector. So Leclerc, purple, second sector. Leclerc and Verstappen pretty much neck and neck. I think Verstappen still slightly got it as Verstappen sets a 29.8. I think we're going to see a 29.9 from Leclerc unless he sets a godlike final sector. Perez goes just under 3/10. Well, it's 2.5 tenths slower than Verstappen. Leclerc coming over the line goes second by a tenth. There we go. There we go. It's super, super close. We've not seen anything from Russell, Hamilton, Alonso, Hülkenberg or Ocon yet. Probably just doing the one run as we see Sainz in 4th place and Stroll in 5th on his scrub tyres. 2 seconds down. Unbelievable. Unbelievable laps, these. Unbelievable laps. So close. Alonso and Hülkenberg out on track. Fresh tyres. Here we go. Russell out on track as well. Can't call this. But Russell, Hamilton, Alonso, Hülkenberg and Ocon are doing one run here. That is what is going on. I wouldn't say it's status quo. This is so close. This is so, so close. Okay, the first of the second runs will be Alonso. Their first run, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's fresh softs for everyone out on track, Liam. Everyone is on fresh softs that's doing a run here. Sainz through 7 and 8. Oh, on the exit of 8. On the exit of 7, sorry. Big twitch there. Right then. Alonso's coming towards the final corner. This is going to be Alonso's only run. Let's see if the preseason and practice form carries over. I think Stroll will be out again on a new set. Right then, here we go. Alonso. Please hit like on the stream, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Alonso through turn 2 and 3, up towards turn 4 on the straight now. Keeping an eye on the timing boards. My timing is so far ahead of my stream. I'm basically watching the times. Here we go. Alonso, a 28.8. Very, very quick. That's on a par with about 3rd place at the minute there for Alonso, a 28.8. 28.7s was the absolute fastest. Here we go. A 29.1 there for Hülkenberg. Probably the slowest we've seen at the moment. Waiting on the Mercedes of Russell and Hamilton to come through the first sector also. 28.9 for Russell. About a tenth slower than Alonso. Hamilton a 28.9 as well. 38.7 for Alonso, green sector in the second. So Alonso is as fast as Leclerc and Perez in the first sector. And 3 tenths faster in the second sector, Alonso over Hülkenberg. Alonso over the line. Oh, 4th place. Look, I'm going to take that. 4 tenths down. I'm going to take that. As an Alonso fan, I'm going to take that. Right then. Through the second sector, Russell is about 2 tenths down on Alonso, as is Hamilton. Hamilton and Russell are nearly identical, probably 5th and 6th right now. Looking at this. 5th and 6th, I'm going to guess, for Russell and Hamilton. With Hamilton, yeah, there's 5th for Russell. Hamilton goes 7th behind Sainz. Ooh, not so great. Not so great there. Not so great there. Anyone else on a lap? Perez. Perez and Verstappen are going out on another lap, as is Sainz. There we go. Sainz, Perez, and Verstappen all out on fresh sauce. Two minutes to go. Hulkenberg's time gets deleted. Yep. Leclerc's out of the car. Weird. So Stroll's on his going on to his fast lap on his new tyres. Look at... Whoa. Whoa. 4th to 7th is half a tenth. 4th to 7th is half a tenth of a second. How have I only just noted? 4th to 7th, it's like a blink. They are so close. Holy crap. Wow. Half a tenth. It's probably less than a blink. We are seeing Verstappen go for it here. What are they going to do? Are they just going to really hammer this home? No. 28-7. Oh. An improvement from Perez. It's super close, this. This is super close. Perez could overtake Leclerc here to lock out the front row. Sainz also on a 28-7. Wow. This is so close. Sector 2 is going to be the telling ones. Sainz is a lot... Purple second sector. Purple second sector for Verstappen. And a green sector. They are equal. They are basically equal at Perez and Verstappen through the second. They're basically equal looking at this. This is unreal. Sainz is about 2 tenths off. He could jump in to about 4th. He could... Oh, 29-7 there from Verstappen. Where is Perez? 1 tenth off. He dropped it in the last sector there, but Sainz he could jump in front of Leclerc here. And he doesn't. He doesn't. There we go. Front row lockout there. Front row lockout there for Red Bull in the first round of the championship. Look. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Red Bull just had that bit. They had that bit. Unbelievable qualifying session. Unbelievable qualifying session. Unbelievable. The top 10. The top 10. Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Alonso, Russell, Hamilton, Stroll, Ocon, and Hulkenberg. So the Mercedes ended up 6th and 7th. And I think I said they would be around there. But it was so close. Just a tenth more and the further up. Please hit that subscribe button down below if you've enjoyed this, because I will be live tomorrow to do a watch along just like this for the race, guys. I honestly don't think it's surprising how low Mercedes are. I honestly don't. Yeah. Unbelievable qualifying session. Unbelievable. But it all kicks off tomorrow, doesn't it? Because we have we have that new dynamic tomorrow, right? Because one thing, I think one thing people need to appreciate is it's one thing to do that with a lap time, but long run pace is a different thing. It really is. And I understand that people might not understand that, but I'm just going to mute. I'm just going to mute what I'm listening to. Long run pace really matters because tyre wear and all this and how the cars treat the tyres, they're so different. And it's said that the Ferraris are really bad in long runs on their tyres. I don't know about the Mercedes, honestly, but they seem to drop off as well on their long runs in pre-season. The fastest seemed to be Red Bull, followed by Alonso in the Aston Martin. So I wouldn't be shocked to see Alonso in race spec go past the two Ferraris. And let's not forget, Alonso is unreal at starts. I don't know still about the Mercedes. They were so close. Look at how close that is. Honestly, between Alonso, Russell and Hamilton, that is obscene. That is absolutely obscene. It's half a tenth between the three of them. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, you know, tyre management is one thing, but you can have the best tyre management in the world. But if your car's geometry is to eat tyres, you're still going to have issues, right? So, you know, and we have just seen, yeah, it's for. Yeah, we will see, Gled. We will see. Now, I don't know. It didn't turn up as much as I thought, Philip. I honestly thought we'd hit the 28s. But we didn't. There we go. We've got the... Just going to listen to the interviews and I'll relay them. No issue with Charles Ferrari. Charles didn't expect to be in the fight for pole, but believes he was. Saying they're on the back foot in the race run. So he's decided because they hurt the tyres that he's got new tyres. Or newer tyres to start on. Well, half and half with that one, Jonathan. Half and half with that one, Jonathan. I think people look. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let's be sensible and let's look at it. Both of the Mercedes are 6.5 tenths behind Red Bull. I do not remember in my 30 years watching Formula One any team make up that much deficit to the leaders ever. They might get closer and they might get a podium or two based on reliability in the season, but 6 tenths. Some tracks might suit them more than others, but that is a huge problem. I mean, word was that it's a real limited track, and that really hurts the Mercedes, and it's one of the most real. There were more than that last year, weren't they? Behind. Well, it's all relative, Jonathan. It's all relative. They're still 6th and 7th, mate. I know. If you like Mercedes, it's difficult to hear, but Difference among the top 7. You can see it as well. You can see the speeds. To be fair, the top 4 were basically equal. Verstappen was 289 when the rest were 290. Alonso was 287. So Alonso was the slowest, along with Stroll, in the top 10, really. So, but things might change into the next race. We'll see. Because they have said about it being, like, rear limited. But there we are. And there we are, guys. Right. I will be live tomorrow at 2:30 for the race watch along, and I'm super excited to do it. There is a link down in the description to the Discord if you want to carry on the conversation with your fellow viewers. But I will see you tomorrow at 2:30 for the first Grand Prix of the season. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.